I just love those scenes where Larry's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go meet this girl."
What is going on? Wait.
What's up?
What the heck?
What happened?
Somebody just
Oh my God, are we
joined
getting
our
kicked off
waiting
again?
room. Who's this?
Who's in the waiting room?
We don't have another guest planned, do we, Amish? Do we have another guest planned?
I don't know.
Who is it? I'm just gonna let him in. Who?
I mean, you have the link, so it's like whoever you let the link.
Drew?
Oh, Drew! Hey.
Who is this, Amish?
Drew, we do meditation together.
God. Oh, we do meditation together.
What's going on right? Seriously, what's going on right now? I'm like tripped out.
And we do meditation together and a podcast.
Well, I do the spiritual first. I do God's thing first, and then I do our thing. Yeah.
Wow.
What's your thing, Amish?
Wow.
What are we
have
talking
a podcast.
about here?
Steven, you've done the podcast.
Hey, Amish, look where I am. Look where I am right now. And look who's not here beside me. Okay? Look who's in Texas with another man doing a podcast.
Wow.
This is insane.
Wow. How did you get in here?
What's going on right now? Who is this man?
Get in here?
What do you mean, how did I get in here? I left work early. It's the middle of the day. You know I work. I work a 9 to 5. I left work early.
Do you guys have a podcast together?
I put on my suit. I left work early to come down here. Hi, Steven. Nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you. You seem like a great guy. But you know what? I needed this to come.
Am I the other man right now?
Am I getting Jada pinketed? You pinketing me?
No. Don't make it seem like you're the victim, okay? Don't make it seem like you're the one who is being attacked, all right, Amish? Let's have a little bit of accountability right now. Can we have a little bit of accountability right now, please?
I identify with Jada Pinkett Smith right now. I feel like I have an entanglement. Look, we have our thing, and I have my entanglement.
So can I tell you something, Steven? Steven, can I tell you something?
Tell me I have no idea what's going on right now.
I can't.
I want the truth to come out. So I think it's time. I think your viewers should have it. Our listeners should have it. Me and Amish have a regular listener of the podcast who sent me an Instagram DM about a week ago from this show, which I had no clue existed. I didn't know anything about at the time.
I talk about the show. I talk about the show on both shows.
Excuse me.
Pipe down, Amish. Let the man talk. He deserves at least that.
Now is not the time, okay? I was made aware to me that you had an issue with Amish going behind your back and having an entanglement on your show.
Yes, with Alex Becker.
With Alex Becker, yes, that was the name, Alex Becker. So I looked into that a little bit. And on our podcast this past Wednesday night, I confronted Amish about it. He denied it. He said, and I don't know how you deny it when there's video evidence. Like the show Cheaters, I don't know how you deny it when there's video evidence.
Amish, are we confronting you right now? Well, because I agree. You have a bit of a polyamorous problem, clearly. I didn't know you had another podcast. Did you not think that we should know about each other? What's going on, Amish?
Hey, I have a lot of entanglements in a lot of places, guys. I don't. Okay, you guys are being very Will Smith right now. You guys are being very lean over on me right now.
I think you've said enough as it is. Okay, and I think you're letting him off the hook, calling it polyamorous. It's polygamous at this point. Let's call it what it is. Okay.
Let's call it what it is.
He's getting into contractual arrangements. I heard he signed the form. I heard that there was a W. What was it? A W5? What was it?
It's a W8 bin. It's a foreign worker form.
Yes. It was a W8 Ben, and I heard that Amish has now signed the papers, so it's legal. So it's on paper. So Amish, this is bigamy, okay? This is polygamy. This is podcast
judgment?
Polygamy.
This is you're judging me,
Amish,
my life choices.
I'm not getting enough of shame on your face.
I'm a
There's
Mormon,
not enough shame on your face right now.
I'm a Mormon, and that's what I believe in, and that's what God told me to do. So how dare you question my beliefs?
Amish is you're acting. You know what you're acting like right now? You're acting a little bit like a Keith Raniere style, where you're not even accepting what you've done.
A lot of deflection going on. A lot of deflection.
Raniere, you're gonna call me? Well, he's always said that I'm more Baba, not Bikram. Baba, like from Osho from the Wild Wild Country documentary.
But stop deflecting. You need to own up to what you've done here. You lied to me. You lied to Alex Becker. You went to him under false pretenses. Did you say, "Hey, I'm Coffeezilla's co-host"? Did you say that in your forum?
Yeah.
Be honest. No, you didn't.
I promise you, Alex Becker, if he ever calls back,
I'm some innocent guy who wants to start a business. I don't know. I don't know how to start a business. And Becker's like, he said the same thing I did.
You're trying to reverse engineer. You're trying to reverse logic this whole situation, just like I saw happen in the vow. Okay.
I'm defending my bigamist rights. I'm defending my bigamist rights. Actually,
this is alarming.
Oh my gosh! I'm changing the title right now. Amish
I'm getting sectioned.
Cheating live.
You know what he said to me on Wednesday? He yelled at me on Wednesday too.
Honestly, I did not, Drew, this is not a bit. I did not send you a invite. Okay. I did not do that.
I don't know how he got in here. How'd you get in here?
Honestly, how did you get in here? It's freaking me out a little bit. Did I accidentally leak something?
Wow. Did you get someone to hack? Did you get a hacker? Cheaters, Mr. Cheater. This guy's good. This guy's like the new host of Cheaters or something. What is this?
Who's the new host of Cheaters?
I'm
the new host of Cheaters.
How'd you get on here?
No, Amish, you're the new host of Cheaters. That's who the new host of Cheaters is.
You know how I got on here, Amish? You know how I got on? I'll tell you guys. You left your Zoom password lying around. Okay? That's how they always get caught. They leave their Zoom password lying around. They get sloppy, and then they get caught. And that's what's happened to you today on the show, goddammit.
Wow. Okay, hey, I have my bigamist views. And
you never told us, though. You never told. When I got into this entanglement, apparently it was an entanglement. I didn't realize it was.
And when I got into this entanglement, too.
I thought this was a commitment to each other.
No, listen, guys. It's, I'm making moves. I'm basically a bigamist. You guys are Jada Pinketing me right now. I feel like Jada Pinkett Smith. I fully identify. I think you guys are being real Will Smith.
First of all.
You guys are being real Will Smith on me right now. You're saying, oh, you did a podcast with someone else.
What's the name of your podcast? What's the name of your podcast?
All the time, and we love it.
You know what's interesting
I
about
have
this,
my bandwidth is filthy.
Can we cut his mic? Can we cut his mic? Is that possible?
I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. He's a co-host.
Is it possible to cut his mic?
What do you mean? How could you?
Is he a co-host?
Okay,
Does
I'll try.
Does a co-host treat another co-host?
Yeah,
like
I got him. I muted him. Go ahead, hurry.
Here's what I want to say. Thank you for having me on, by the way. We do have a show called Let's Come to an Understanding at Understanding Pod on Instagram. If you'd like to follow, please subscribe, rate, and review. But
is this real? Is it an actual podcast?
I think you know what you were on it once. Amish got me to do a late night one, and I was kind of half asleep. I do remember this now. A couple months ago, I think that you actually came on.
It's so Jada Pinkett.
No. Okay. Can we cut his mic again? Hold on. The reason why Amish is not a Jada Pinkett situation. Let me explain exactly why. Jada Pinkett Smith, and how dare you in the year of 2020, where we've seen such turbulence in the black community. First of all, Amish, for you to say her name, the
black community, Amish,
and to compare it to what you're actually.
I love the black community. How dare you? Can
we cut his mic? How does he keep getting his mic access back?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. All right, Jada Pinkett Smith had a dalliance. Okay. She did not sign papers. There was no contractual obligations that she made in having her, entanglement. That would be an entanglement. What you did is pure stone cold podcast polygamy. Okay, podcast polygamy.
Yes.
I don't know how else to say it.
Yes.
You've signed papers with more than one person. Listen, Amish, we have a SoundCloud account. We paid for. We have a Libsyn account. We pay for together. Okay.
This is a joke. This is a joke, right? Because we have a Gaia account together. Do you get off on this, Amish? Do you get off knowing that you have multiple accounts with multiple people?
Wow.
I have a lot of more podcasts and a lot more accounts being bought for me. And if you don't like,
oh my God,
this is unbelievable, dude.
Breakdown.
What is wrong with him right now? You're muted, dummy. You can't hear it.
He has nowhere to go. This is like the R. Kelly Gayle King interview.
Yeah, they have nowhere to go. They start lashing out. This is terrible.
I do know of some of your work though, Stephen, and on Coffeezilla and Coffee Break. I'm a big fan. And one thing that Amish and I have been talking about that I did kind of want to get into, if you don't mind, as long as I'm here.
Okay, what's up?
There's a guy who I think is the king of the king of the online marketing, multi-level marketing. What's going on here?
Wait, is Amish just off the hook? I feel like we need a punishment for him. Amish needs to be. I don't know what it is.
This is the punishment.
You mean for my positive, sex-positive views and for
who said sex? You're just talking about a podcast.
The intimacy, the podcast intimacy that I engage with others that we freely as adults, and you call it.
No. This is purely podcasting for me. I don't know what you want out of this, but for me, it's purely podcasting.
Yeah, this is.
I'm sorry. I got into this for the podcasting.
Why is he yelling sitting through his hat? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He's crying. Amish, stop crying. It's okay. I mean, there are support groups for this, bud.
He'll bounce back.
Amish, now I almost feel bad. I feel like this is all. I feel like he does this, though. I feel like there's a part of him that does this. Look, he's smiling again. He's smiling. He's crying. He can't decide.
He's a sociopath. You can't trust this guy.
Dude, this is disrespectful. Honestly, Amish, I'm offended. I'm disturbed. And frankly, I want to know how you have time. I mean, it's almost like when you see a guy sleeping with so many girls, you're like, how do you have time to do this? When you see a guy with too many podcasts, you're like, first of all, you're signing so much paperwork. You're doing so much. Is it to satisfy this sick?
Sorry.
Okay, that's how it's going to be. Is it to satisfy some sick lust you have to be on different people's podcasts? You know,
I want more
actually,
and more and more.
We didn't even talk about it.
More and more and more.
Who did you
I
go
want my
with?
bandwidth real filthy. I like it filthy, my bandwidth.
Relax.
Guys and girls and
You're
podcasts.
gonna get your bandwidth cut off.
There's something called. You had this conversation. Actually, I just realized I didn't even think about this. You know, sometimes you just let things slide because you don't understand what's really going on. I didn't even think about this.
Do I? Can I relate to you on that? You have no idea.
Listen, I didn't want to get into it with him because we always fight, and I don't want to get into the fight with him. But he had another podcast. You probably don't even know about this. This is going to really piss you off. Check this out.
Which is this one?
No. He's got another one. He's got another podcast
hell is this guy?
with this guy, Revolutionary Thinking. He went on this guy's podcast.
What?
He was on our show.
Amish,
He was on
I
our
know,
show.
but
This is so
that's
Jada
what
Pinkett.
happens.
It's all
Just because
people
he's
that
on
we
our
know.
show doesn't mean you go
And
you go and do his thing. Like, what are you
That
doing?
means that I can go and have an entanglement with him.
No, Amish.
This is a bridge too far.
And
this is a bridge too far.
This is the.
Thank you for cutting.
Yeah, he needs to be cut off. He needs.
I did want to bring this up though because Amish has been. So I did notice. Here's how I noticed it. Amish was talking more about multi-level marketing and success gurus on our podcast, and we're mostly a political current events podcast. And I'm like, where are you getting all these topics from? That's a little odd. That's not really what we talk about normally. It was starting to, you know what I mean? It was starting to kind of seep in.
He bleeds over, of course.
But then, you know, he sent me some of your solo stuff, so that's how I was, you know, became a bit aware of your things. We did it jogged my memory now. We did do it, but I was half asleep.
Okay.
It was like he wanted to do a 1 a.m. podcast. He knows that I'm not in the zone. At that time.
Yeah, so. he that's when he knew he could kind of this is all making sense now.
So he was trying to be like, I introduced you guys, but did you? I don't know.
Yassine Muhammad, one of our commenters, and I might start a podcast with him too, maybe. I don't know. Yassine Muhammad says Podsexual is in American Psychological Association Statistical Manual 5. So thank you. Thank you for shaming me.
You're podsexual?
No, you're not a victim.
I'm podsexual.
No, dude, that's so typical. You use the minorities to defend yourself and deflect. Yeah. That's so typical Amish. It's like sometimes he plays the brown card when he knows that it's not an excuse, but he's like, oh, that's just because of this. He does this with podsexual. You're using the community and you're using it to make excuses for your poor life choices.
Accuse me of using the podsexual card. I would never abuse the podsexual card. Brown card I'll abuse all day, but a podsexual card? Podsexual card? After what the podsexual community has gone through, I would never abuse that card. And how?
Amish, can I offer Amish a chance to atone right now? I know.
Sure, go ahead. Amish, unmute yourself. It's okay. I'm gonna mute you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's what I want to say. Okay,
that's right.
Amish, there is one person within the multi-level marketing and the success guru community that I have not seen touched on this show. And as a fan of the show, I will look past your dalliances and indiscretions. What is going on with PBD, the man known as Valuetainment, Patrick Bet David? Let's get into it.
He's got a Patrick Bet David rip? He's got a Patrick Bet David rip?
You got it right. I've been talking about him.
Oh my gosh, dude. We've got now you're on the show for real. I mean, now we're really gonna get into it. But I'm gonna say, Amish, starting today, you're off of going to new podcasts. I'm banning you cold turkey, and we're gonna have weekly meetings. It's gonna be Amish Anonymous. And it's okay. You don't have to say who you are. It'll just be Amish Anonymous, Amish Patel Anonymous. And and we'll give you chips. Like, you know how they have like sobriety chips? We'll give you like I've been 10 days without going on to another person's podcast.
We'll give you Sweet Baby Rays. 1 bag of Sweet Baby Rays every week that you keep up with the commitment.
You like Podsexuals Anonymous? You guys have Podsexuals Anonymous program? You have a good group? I've been trying to join a group actually.
I feel like Matthew McConaughey needs to go on that. He's been on too many podcasts lately. There's a bunch of there's always a celebrity of the week who's like they get too into podcasts. And
Natalie Portman started her own podcast.
Natalie Portman needs to be on it. You would like that. That would really get you off. It's Natalie Portman.
Oh, yo, you attack me.
You go start a podcast with Natalie Portman.
And you can't say.
Oh, you're
out the
so
real
dirty, Amish. That's so typical.
Oh.
You know what? I'm done with
Can't
this
believe you.
idea. I'm finished.
I'm
I've had enough.
therapy.
I've had
Can't
enough,
believe you.
guys. I don't
I'm
know.
going to Podsexuals Anonymous with Yassine Muhammad. Me and Yassine. Thanks, baby.
I'm sick. I can't
Appreciate
even
it.
look at you right now, Amish.
I appreciate
I can't even. No.
Yassine's
I can't even.
recognition.
I can't. Sorry, guys. I can't do this. I can't do it.